Hi everyone, welcome back to another virtually live video. In today's episode, we'll be discussing the human body systems. Our body is so complex and amazing. We have so many different events occurring inside our body right now without us really thinking about it. Today we'll be exploring about how some of these systems may or may not be related. The body systems we'll be looking into are the respiratory system, the circulatory system, and the muscular system. The respiratory system is what allows us to breathe. It has so many different parts that work together to allow our body to take in fresh air, take out stale air, and even talk. The respiratory system brings in oxygen into your body and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Your cells need oxygen to grow, work, and keep your body functioning. When your cells and muscles do their jobs, they give off carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is harmful to your body and must be removed, which is what happens when you breathe out. The circulatory system is made up of blood vessels that carry blood away and towards the heart. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood back to the heart. Humans have a closed circulatory system, which means our blood is contained in closed vessels. We can compare this to spiders who have an open circulatory system. This means that somewhere in the body, the blood leaves the vessels and is free flowing. In all animals, the job of the circulatory system is to carry oxygen and nutrients to the rest of the body. The rest of the body may be muscles and organs like your stomach, kidneys, and lungs. Another job of the circulatory system is to collect waste and move it out of the body. The muscular system is all of the muscle that is in our body. Its main purpose is to produce movement. Muscles is how we move and live. All movement in the body is controlled by our muscles. Some muscles work without us thinking, like our heart beating, while other muscles are controlled by our thoughts and allow us to do stuff and move around. There are over 650 muscles in the human body. They are under our skin and cover our bones. Muscles often work together to help us move. In fact, it takes 43 muscles to smile. Try it now. Now that we know a little bit more about these body systems, do you think any of these body systems work together? If one is affected, what will the other do? What this means is, if we see a change in one body system, do we think we'll see a change in another too? Make a hypothesis. We learned in episode 1 that our hypothesis is a guess. And for us as scientists, the next step is to experiment and test it out. For this experiment, the supplies you'll be needing are a stopwatch, your body, and some place to be active.
To test our hypothesis to see if the muscular system and circulatory system are related, we will be measuring our heart rate. For this activity, we will be measuring our heart rate after doing 3 different movements that are different in how much effort it takes to do them. This can show us if our heart rate changes when we use more muscles. My first activity, I chose to sit in a chair. I did this for 1 whole minute. When the minute was up, I measured my heart rate for 15 seconds. To do this, I started a timer for 15 seconds and counted how many times my heart beat. To measure your heart rate, use 2 fingers and place them just above your wrist. Press down and you should be able to feel a pulse. Another spot you can try is on your neck, right where your neck meets your face. Remember to check your heart rate after every activity. For my next 2 activities, I chose to walk and do high knees on the spot. Remember, you can choose any activities that you enjoy, like skipping, jumping, biking, and be sure to write down your heart rate after each activity so you can compare the numbers at the end. When you compare the numbers, do you see a pattern? What you should notice is that when you're using your muscles more, your heart is beating more. That shows the connection that we hypothesized earlier. The muscles are working harder and they need more blood, and the way to get more blood to your muscles is having our heart beat faster. The faster it beats, the more nutrients and oxygen will go to those hardworking muscles. You also may have noticed that after the more tiring activities, you're breathing heavier. The huffing and puffing is also related. This very simple model will show what happens to you when you breathe in a big, fresh breath of air. This model relates the respiratory system, the circulatory system, and the muscular system together. The supplies you will need to create a model of the lung are 2 straws, 2 balloons, and clear tape. I didn't have any balloons, so I decided to use plastic wrap instead, but you can definitely use anything you may have at home, like plastic bags. To create this model, place the balloon on the end of each straw. Since I was using plastic wrap, I created pouches to to roughly copy the shape of a balloon. You won't need to do this step if you have balloons or plastic bags. Next step is to tape the plastic bag or wrap to the straws to make sure that your lungs won't fly away. And that's it. You have a simple model of the lungs. When you breathe in, there are muscles in your lungs called the diaphragm. They make your chest puff up more so that more oxygen can enter your body. When you blow into the straws of the model, the lungs puff up and become filled with oxygen, just like when we take a deep breath in. And when you breathe out, the carbon dioxide leaves. When we are exercising more, our body uses more oxygen. That is why we huff and puff after a lot of activity. Our body is demanding for more oxygen, so that's why we breathe more. After our experiments, I think we can safely say that the body systems we looked at are related. This is true for most of our body. All the systems work together to make sure our body functions normally. Like we saw in the heart rate activity, when you exercise harder, the blood is moving around your body faster. This gets nutrients to your body faster and gets rid of the waste faster too. This is one of the reasons it's so important to stay active. It may be a little difficult during this time, but there are still things you can do from home and in your front yard. That's all for this week's video. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe so you can watch our video next week. See you then!